With mortgage rates hitting their highest level since the 2008 recession, leaving many homeowners with no choice but to sell, property prices in the UK are in the eye of a storm, with an average decrease of 3.9% in 2023 and a further 4.7% or £25,000 predicted by the end of 2024. However, more than 70 areas have defied this trend and actually risen. In this video, we're going to travel across the whole of the UK as we take a look at the top 3 areas. So stick around till the end of the video because I'm going to show you the area that we're betting on. We start our journey in Wales, in the largest and least crowded county of Powys. Property prices in this region saw a whopping increase of 17.4%, with an average equity increase of over £37,000, which is over 4% more than number 2. There are some crazy landscapes here. You can see it's just stunning. The valleys, the mountains, and the scenery, it's breathtaking. Powys is also where you'll find the majority of the Brecon Beacons National Park, which again is beautiful, and where they actually filmed part of Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. So why have prices increased so much? Well, all 3 areas that we're going to look at today all share one thing in common. They're all places of natural beauty. But Powys also received nearly £18 million worth of investment from the UK government as part of the Levelling Up scheme, which is being used to help promote recreational tourism, mainly going towards transport. Much like Ealing in London, which is actually 6th on the list, which received billions of pounds worth of investment, and is consequently one of the few London areas on the list that actually saw an increase. So it looks like Powys may have also benefited from this kind of investment. So again, on average, if you had a property in Powys, you just made 37 grand for doing nothing. Mental. To get to the second area on the list, we have to start heading east until we hit the coastal town of East Lindsey in Lincolnshire, which saw a 13.3% increase, or £25,000. From what I can tell, it seems like really nice community vibes, young families, and a good place to retire. East Lindsey has both beautiful landscapes and greenery, as well as being on the coast. So having the best of both worlds must be a big selling point, especially with COVID and the lockdowns making working from home a thing. People don't really need to be in major cities anymore. People can make their money anywhere now, so why not be on the coast or in a place of natural beauty, where housing is currently more affordable and you can get to the beach easier in the summer. I say currently because things are changing. Interestingly, East Lindsey neighbours Grimsby, one of the UK's poorest areas. But congratulations to the people of East Lindsey, you just made 25 grand. To get to our final destination, we head north, again until we hit the coast, in a place called Moray, in Scotland. House prices here saw a 10.7% increase, or equal to £17,000 worth of equity. Much like East Lindsey, Moray has a combination of stunning landscapes, architecture, and coastal views. Scotland in general has actually been one of the more resilient areas of the UK, says Graham Blair, mortgages director at the Bank of Scotland. House prices in Scotland as a country are down by less than 1%, so it's outperforming a lot of the UK. So again, why are people moving? Given the cost of living crisis and working from home, this could see a trend of rural areas in the UK starting to close the gap on house prices in London. Almost half of potential first-time buyers looking to get on the housing ladder are now researching locations they would not have considered before the cost of living crisis. The flip side to this though, however, according to Press and Journal, are recruitment worries to public services. Higher house prices have made it attractive to a certain type of person that can work from home, but less attractive to other types of people like key workers. Dr. Gray's Hospital, for example, has found it hard to recruit since these price hikes. So although house prices did drop in 2023 and are expected to drop further in 2024, when in doubt, zoom out. And you can see that the general trend of property prices in the UK is only heading in one direction. That's why we are in this industry, that's why we're in this business.
That's what Fluffy's guarding on the 3rd floor. That's what's under the trapdoor.
Not only do we love it, but we see it only going in one direction, and we see so much potential in so many areas across the UK. So before I show you our area, I just wanted to mention number 4 on the list very briefly. It's a place called Babur. Again in East England and again on the coast. Babur also went up by around 10%, like Moray, but this was equal to a £32,000 increase, which actually puts it 2nd on the list in terms of actual value increase. And while we're here, number 5 on the list, Sunderland, also a coastal town. Same story, outperforming London. So, Our area, and the area that we actually invested in last year, and we are currently looking at properties for our second investment, is the South Coast, namely Brighton, Hove, Worthing, Saltdean, Newhaven, all of these areas. For the reasons we've discussed in this video, we're staying away from London, not only because we don't have the money, but because the trends look like everything's being pushed away. You have to think 10, 20 years time how things are going to be. And we see things being on the coast. For us, Brighton and surrounding areas work pretty well because of its links to London, which is where we're from, and the fact that it's the furthest south you can go, which means you're closer to the equator, which means the summers are a lot warmer. So it's these areas that we are focusing on and will be focusing on for, the next 10, 20 years. And we're going to look to build a portfolio there. So we'll be making videos about this and many other things. And we're hopeful that these areas will also continue to close the gap on Brighton and London. I hope you liked the video today, guys. And if you wanted to support the channel for free, you can like and subscribe, or we've got a free property calculator on our website below. So if you wanted to work out the numbers and figures on properties, that's there. There's also links to contact us directly, all on the website. So get in touch. Okay, bye.